I'm going to do this podcast topless because I don't know if you could tell, I have the flu. I have a really sore throat, a fever, and I'm not well. So, like, yeah, we're doing the topless today. Like, I'm not having the day today. So I just came back from Liverpool over the weekend, and I attended an event called FORMAT. Now, I love FORMAT. I've been to FORMAT loads. For those who don't know what FORMAT is, basically it's like a night. It's like a Comic-Con, but for gamers and content creators specifically. So basically, you turn up. It's kind of like a nightclub atmosphere, right? So there'll be like lasers, there's people rapping on stage, and then you look around, and then there's people playing on computers and stuff, but then also everyone's drinking, and well, not everyone, but like, the majority of people. It's good. It's as a content creator, it's the perfect kind of event to go to, because other content creators go to this event, and you just get to meet other people that do the same thing as you do, and I enjoy it. I've not been to the Liverpool one before, but I've been to two before in the past, and they were in Manchester. Now, Manchester was always very packed. It was always very busy. And what was nice about Liverpool is that the venue is so much bigger. So much bigger. And it was probably about the same amount of people as there were for Manchester, but now this time you can move around. It was a good event, but unfortunately, I wasn't feeling well over this trip, and I wasn't able to get done what I wanted to do. For those who did see me, hello, it was lovely to meet you. But no, I dressed up as a Roman. I'll insert an image here somewhere, and we actually printed off some coins with my face on, saying Parkenev FORMAT 2025, because it's a great way of making sure people remember who you are, right? And we've passed out coins before, and people loved it. People have still got them. I keep getting tweets every year of people going like, "Oh, I just found my Parkenev coin again," and then they'll tag me. It's nice. I really do enjoy seeing that. So we thought, okay, this time we'll try and get my face 3D printed onto it. But the thing is, I barely handed any out. We got like 150 coins printed off, and I think I gave away like 5. I just wasn't well. Originally, we were going to live stream the event, but we were so rushed to try and get there on time. That didn't happen. I said, right, okay, well, there's an after party the next day. I'll try and pull myself together for that and do a live stream then as well. But I literally turned up to the venue, and it was like an old factory. Well, that's what Liverpool is, really. Liverpool's just loads of old factories mixed together. And yeah, there was just no signal. So as soon as I walked through the venue, live stream cut off. Gutted. Couldn't believe it. But, shit happens. Like, these things do happen when you do an IRL stream, and I have to remind myself that. In future going forward, though, I will be checking out if, like, these venues have decent signal. But, like, I managed to live stream some of us sitting down and doing some fine dining, which was really nice. Let me see if I can pull up some of that. So we tried using the GoPro at first, live streaming for that, but unfortunately the GoPro just kept overheating, which really obviously affected the live stream. So we decided, right, okay, I'm just going to use my phone instead. And if you can see here, there's like multiple live streams here. 21 minutes, 2 minutes, 17 minutes. Like The GoPro's better, don't get me wrong. As you can see, it's got a better...
GoPro's
bronze. Yeah.
I noticed you didn't touch the lettuce.
It's got a better, like, wider angle lens. So I'm going to try and see if there's, like, a way I can do that again in future. But, yeah, we had to go back to the mobile phone. It was annoying. But... like, I'm learning. It's a learning experience. And that's all social media is, especially when you're doing something new. You have to learn about these things and you have to make the mistakes. I'm hoping by this time next year, I'll have IRL streaming down to a fine art. I hope. We'll see. But yeah, format was great. Let me see if I can find any posts that they've put up. Yeah, this is what it looked like. Thumb soldiers were there. What else was there? Yeah, so this is what it was like. See what it's like. It's really cool. But like I say, like I turned up and I just was not feeling well. My stomach was bad because I'm currently, I can't remember if I've told you guys, but I'm currently on Monjaro injections at the moment to try and help with some weight loss. I haven't weighed myself though, so I don't know if it's working or not. I should probably be weighing myself, but yeah, I'm just taking the injections and just hoping for the best, you know. Weighing myself or not, you know, I'm going to be taking them regardless. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, we went to do this on Thursday. I didn't feel well on the Friday either, which was the actual Halloween night. So like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I've wasted my week going. It was still fun, don't get me wrong, but on trips like this, I've got to see it as more of a business trip. So like I'm there, I can have a good time if I want to, but I'm not there to have a good time. I'm there for networking and talking to people. And I'm not gonna lie, there were so many TikTok agencies there. I'm very funny when it comes to TikTok agencies. I was watching somebody last night on TikTok Live, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I run a TikTok agency, blah blah blah," but it was smoking cannabis on stream, and then everyone that came in, he was just ripping the shit out of them. So like, I don't know. Like this is my impression of TikTok agencies, you know. Like, are they like? So I can. Don't give me wrong. I'm sure some of these agencies are fantastic, are like very professional, and like I'm not just looking at one bad example and then label them all as like terrible. You know, I'm sure there's ones out there which are great, but it's so hard to figure out which ones are good. Like every time a TikTok agent tried talking to me, the one question I would ask is, what do you get out of this for being my TikTok agent? Because that's what it comes down to in the end, you know. I've got to ask the difficult questions that most people don't want to ask, because I really don't care. Once again, this is a business, you know. And like my friend was stood next to me, and he was like, you know what? I was speaking to the TikTok agents all night. Not once did I bother asking that kind of question. And I went, yeah, well, that's why you've got me for. I've made some contacts, and so maybe it wasn't a wasted trip for me, but I feel like I could have done better. And yeah, going forward, I feel like I just need to kick myself up the arse a little bit, you know? But yeah, anyway, that's what I did over the weekend. There's a Twitch meetup coming up in Glasgow, so I am thinking about going to that. I'm also thinking about going to Birmingham MCM as well, because I've been to that venue before, so I will be able to live stream because I'm sure there is signal in there. It's a big venue. It's just like a big arena basically. Plenty of signal, so I should be all right. When I live stream, I don't live stream at like 4K. I only live stream at 720p because I feel like I'd rather have the lowest bandwidth, but keep it like consistent all the way through. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. What I would like to try and get out of that one is I would like to try and stream more interactions with other content creators. Just check it out. Like, I'm only going to go for 1 day to MCM. I was going to go to London Comic Con, but it was going to be too expensive. London's expensive, man, So speaking of live streams and stuff, I've kind of made a decision, an important decision actually, and it's going to affect things going forward from now on. I think I've got 53 days left on the Subathon. I've decided that once I've finished the Subathon, if I ever finish the Subathon, but when I do, I will be quitting full-time live streaming and going to part-time. I want to concentrate on the podcast. I feel like this podcast could do. I feel like this podcast could be great. Like, I have so much fun with it. I'd never get bored of it. Like, all I've got to do is turn the camera on and talk. And you guys know I could talk for England, but trying to stream full time and then make videos on YouTube and then turn them into shorts, get shorts from the streams, then go to events, meet other people, collaborate, sort out the merchandise, and then also on top of that, doing the podcast. It's a lot. I am also working on a secret project as well, but I think I've teased it, but I haven't really mentioned it yet. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. That'll not be ready until like January, February though, so keep an eye on what I'm doing round about then. You'll see maybe what the secret project is. I think I'm going to go to part-time streaming. It's just going to make things easier for me. Like I say, like, it's going to be part-time. I'm not going to be quitting altogether. It's literally, instead of like streaming 5-6 days a week, I'll be streaming once or twice. So there will be still streams, just only 1 or 2, because I feel like it's just it. When I stream for like 6 to 8 hours a day, and that's so much time. Doesn't leave me much more time to work on other stuff, and I need to have time for myself as well. I've burnt out so many times, and it's all been down to streaming. So I think I need to be a bit smarter going forward and think about myself. Yeah, we'll see though. I am slightly worried though, because I've streamed for like a while now, and it's like another shift in my life. Like, things will be changing. Like, it's like when I went from DJing to streaming, it was a very worrying time because I know it's change, and I don't like change. I really don't like change, but at the same time, change is good. So we shall see what happens next year. And I hope that whatever I do as well going forward, whether it be more YouTube and less streams, I hope you guys still enjoy the content that I bring out. Because in theory, I'm hoping that me doing this would mean that my content would be better quality. I have an editor now, so instead of uploading once a week, I can now upload twice a week. I'll probably not do more than that. I think twice a week's enough for me. But yeah, be good. I think when I'm not going to go abroad anymore until this subathon is over. I think I'm just going to try and get it done, get it out of the way, and move on. because like as much as it was a good idea to do the subathon, it has taken a lot out of me, and yeah, it's not good. I haven't even been able to continue it the way I wanted to. Like, it's not a real subathon, is it really? Like, let's all admit that. Like, a subathon, you stream all the time until it's over. But I haven't been able to do that. So I'm hoping this week or next week we'll start again. We'll start again from the last number we were on. So we're on like 53 hours. I'm sorry, 53 days. We'll start from where we were last time on 53 days and then continue then. If people donate more, I'm not going to change the rules. Like, I'll keep adding to the timer, but I'll just hope that, you know, we do get the numbers down a little bit. And yeah, just and then when that number is eventually down, we shall go on a nice holiday and then come back and change things up a little bit. So, when I was talking about Halloween before, I don't know if you guys know who JD Vance is. Now, people in America, you're obviously going to know who JD Vance is, right? But in the UK, right, JD Vance is the Vice President of the United States. If Donald Trump dies, JD Vance becomes president. Basically, you know, it's just the line of succession, the way it works. He's got like other responsibilities and stuff, but like basically that's what it is. So there's a meme. There's this very, very, very famous meme right here. I don't know how it started, but if you're on the internet, you've seen it before. Like they put like a weird wig on him, give him like a neck beard, and then made him fat, basically. Now, for Halloween, right, JD Vance decided to lean into the meme a little bit. I'll show you guys. He put a wig on, right? He's grown his beard out a little bit. Like, oh, look. What the fuck? Has he uploaded anything else?
Happy Halloween, kids, and remember, say thank you.
You know, I feel like this is going to haunt him for the rest of his days. I'm guessing he didn't come up with that idea. I'm guessing that basically, like, someone on his team said, maybe you should do this. Because it's the whole argument of, like, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, people who had this image on their phone, right, got stopped from coming into the USA by border control.
Did this meme of Vice President JD Vance get a tourist banned from entering the US? That's what a 21-year-old Norwegian man says happened after US immigration agents spotted the image on his phone.
The officer agent seemed to be very antagonized by the image. He asked me why I had it saved on my phone. It is just a meme. It's nothing special. It's just a piece of comedy. But he strikes back with that it's very clearly a piece of dangerous extremist propaganda.
Mads Mikkelsen's story has been everywhere since he first spoke to the Norwegian press. It even came up in Ireland's parliament.
This week, a young Norwegian tourist detained by ICE at Newark Airport and sent back to Oslo. Why? He had this meme on his phone, Minister. A meme depicting Vice President JD Vance as a baby.
But US Homeland Security officials denied that it was the meme that got Mr. Mikkelsen sent home, saying he was actually turned away for admitting drug use. He said he did tell officers that he's used marijuana twice before, in places where it was legal to do so. US law does state that you can be turned away for drug use, even if you haven't been convicted of a crime. Mr. Mikkelsen showed us some of the paperwork which he says he was given by US immigration officials. It appears to mention another reason for his removal. Officials thought he may be attempting to seek unauthorized employment in the US. He says he was just coming to America on holiday.
I was detained for about 5 hours and I was in the US approximately 6 hours. I, to be honest, just wanted to go home again. The entire situation was extremely traumatic for me.
Legal experts say US immigration officials have broad powers to reject incoming tourists. This month, increased vetting of social media accounts was announced, with certain visa applicants asked to adjust their profile privacy settings to public, although this isn't for tourists. Mr. Mickelson says he won't be visiting the US again anytime soon.
I would not return while the current government is in power.
US Customs and Border Protection say that about 1 million people enter the US every day, and that a tiny fraction of people entering had their devices searched. We've asked the Department of Homeland Security for more evidence about Mr. Mickelson's case, and whether the JD Vance meme was ever raised, but we're yet to hear back.
See, this is the problem, right? I really want to go to America. I've got lots and lots of friends in America that I want to go and visit. But getting into the US at the moment, no matter what kind of passport you hold, it's apparently awful. My friend went over to Florida. It was only a couple of days ago, actually. And they were saying to me how they waited for hours in immigration because they were just checking everything through. Now, I get it. Like, you know, you want to make sure that people... You only want to make sure that desirables come into the country. And if you aren't here, if you're coming over here as a tourist, you want to make sure that they go back home when they're finished, right? But I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit much sometimes, you know? But I don't know. The whole immigration thing, like, who knows? Who knows? But what I was saying is, though, right, is that if it was true, and that was this meme here was part of the reason that guy wasn't allowed into the US, yeah, he's like leaning into the meme. I don't know what I think about it. I really don't know what I think about it. I just want to talk about like what it's like when I turn the camera off, because obviously when I'm talking to you guys, you know, I obviously I'm not live all the time, and you know, I will be honest, I find that when the camera gets turned off, I can be very quiet. As soon as I feel like I don't have to talk, as soon as that camera gets turned off, that's it. Like, it's off, it's done. And then I'm quiet all day. But you know what I have noticed is that if I've been live streaming, right, and I click the off button, I didn't realize it did this until recently, but I've caught myself pressing the end stream button, and then I'm just staring at a blank wall for 5 minutes. Like, just, you know, I didn't know I'd do that. And I wonder if that's like a way for my brain to be like, oh, you know, he's finally got some time now. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting thing. I don't know if I want to upload this podcast. I'm not well, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like that this is not. I feel like this is not like the best version of me that you've got today. I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling well. You know, I feel tired. I'm not well. How warm is it in here? It's 28 degrees in this room right now. I didn't even realize it was warm. I've been sweating in general. So like, what can I say? Like I've said as well. Like well, you can see past the hair. I'm just doing this topless. There's not a care in the world today, honestly, and it's just, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Like, not in general. I'm just not well. You know. This is actually like me sitting here topless, you know, on camera. It's what my mates see all the time. Like, I don't wear clothes during the day. Fuck that. No. I'll be honest. I don't put a t-shirt on. I'm in the comfort of my own home, you know. I'll just sit here. But it gets so warm in this room that, like, I kind of have to kind of have to like strip down a bit, otherwise like you'll physically see the sweat dripping down my face. It just gets too warm. I think today I'm recording this on a Monday, and I'm supposed to be uploading on a Monday, so I need to edit this straight away and then bring it out tonight. I was supposed to stream later on, but like I don't know. I streamed this morning, so it wasn't too bad. I think we had like 400 people in this morning, peak. So that's a win, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. I'm feeling a little bit delirious right now, you know. But the last video we did, though, did quite well. I'm really happy about it. Can I just say a massive thank you to everyone that's been subscribing and to everyone that watched the last podcast. We now have 42 subscribers. So that last video we brought out got us a whole 10 subscribers. Thank you very much. I know it's like not like hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, you know, or thousands, but like I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you very much. And we almost got 300 views on the last video, which is like amazing. That is, without a doubt, the best episode that we have ever done. Obviously, we were talking about something that was very relevant at the time, but yeah. No, thank you very much. The shorts are doing all right as well, I will admit. Like, it's not the best in the world, once again, but like 29 views, but then 1.2 thousand. It's up and down, you know. And but the important thing is that I'm actually enjoying the podcast, whether it does well or not. So it means I'll be continuing it. What I will say is that like I am just doing my best to try and manage like everything, and I am constantly learning, and it's just nice now that I'm finally starting to see some things pay off. Kind of. Thank you for listening. I think I'm going to end it there. This is going to be a short episode of the podcast. I just want to go to bed and die, to be fair. I'm so ill. It's unbelievable. Like, my eyes are heavy. I'm falling asleep. I've got caffeine here, but it's not been helping. It just makes me feel worse. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Please do me a favour. Comment down below. Tell me what we should talk about. I need some ideas of what we need to talk about. I don't know what direction this podcast is going to go in. We talked about political stuff last time. Merchandise should be up. New Parkenev merch will be coming out as well as podcast merch, so keep an eye out for that. I may do an episode next week. I know I'm not supposed to do another episode for 2 weeks, but like, I don't know. We'll see. Peace out, everyone. Bye-bye now.